They whispered her name with affection. By sunrise, she was the woman who kept your children safe. By moonrise, she was something else entirely. In the quiet estate of Amber Grove, three names floated through every conversation. Pastor Danjuma, Auntie Sona who sold the softest akara at dawn, and Mama Ifunaya. But Mama Ifunaya stood apart. She was trusted the way old trees are trusted, without question. Her home sat at the bend of Palm Rise Avenue, a modest cream bungalow wrapped in hibiscus flowers. Above the gate hung a cheerful board, Mama Ifunaya's Nest, Early Care and Growth Center. The gate opened every weekday at exactly 6:30 a.m. Never late, never early. Parents arrived groggy, children clinging to wrappers, and Mama Ifunaya was always there, smiling, calm, dressed in simple, well-pressed gowns, her headscarf tied the same careful way every day. She never shouted, never rushed. She remembered birthdays, packed fruits instead of sweets, and when a child cried, she bent low and whispered something only they could hear. The crying always stopped. People said, "Once Mama Ifunaya takes your child, rest easy, nothing can touch them." That was the lie. The kind that feels warm while it tightens around your throat. The children changed gradually, too gradually. They became quiet, still, polite in a way that felt practiced. Playtime turned into long hours of sitting and staring. One boy, Sadiq, stopped drawing cars and footballs and began filling pages with overlapping dark rings. A girl named Moriam refused meat and said softly, "Flesh waits for the moon." Parents laughed it off. Children said strange things. And Mama Ifunaya, she led charity drives, prayed at vigils, escorted kids across busy roads like a saint. No one suspected her. Until Nkiru did. Her daughter Amara was 4, small, observant, the kind of child who noticed ants and shadows. When Amara began talking about doors in the moon and singing songs she couldn't remember learning, Nkiru smiled uneasily. Imagination, she told herself. Mama Ifunaya was a blessing. She could finally work in peace. Then came the drawing. Amara sat on the floor one evening, dragging a black crayon in endless spirals. Not random, intentional, alive. "What's that, my love?" Nkiru asked. Amara didn't look up. "It's the mark Mama drew on me." Hers was red. Nkiru laughed too quickly. "What mark?" Amara looked up then, eyes far too calm. "I'm almost ready." That night, Nkiru searched her daughter's skin. Nothing. No paint, no scars. Still, sleep refused to come. The next day, she arrived at the daycare early, 30 minutes early. The compound was silent. No singing, no laughter. The front door stood ajar. A low hum drifted from the back room. Nkiru crept forward and peered inside. The children sat in a perfect circle, eyes closed, humming in layered tones that didn't sound human. Mama Ifunaya stood among them, head bowed, in one hand dried leaves, in the other a bowl of thick dark liquid. She traced spirals onto their foreheads, whispering words that felt heavy in the air. Amara was next. Nkiru froze. Mama Ifunaya lifted her head and smiled. "You are early, Mama Amara." The house warped. The hum deepened. She is special, bright, ready. Nkiru tried to run. The doors stretched, locked. The walls breathed. Pictures of smiling children twisted, mouths hollow, eyes scratched out. Amara appeared before her. Her eyes were dark, her smile wrong. "It doesn't hurt anymore," she said. Mama Ifunaya stepped forward, no longer wearing kindness like skin. "You wanted care," she said. "I prepared them." Rage broke through fear. Nkiru grabbed a kettle and struck. The bowl shattered. Black liquid splashed the floor. The humming collapsed into screams. The house groaned like something ancient had been awakened. Amara fell. Nkiru ran. She escaped with her daughter, warned the parents, and by the time police arrived, the daycare was empty. Mama Ifunanya was gone. The children were alive, but hollow-eyed and crying. At home, Amara wouldn't speak. She hummed in her sleep. That night, Nkiru remembered Mama Zainab, an old midwife and spiritual healer 2 villages away. She broke the circle, she said, but not the bond. They returned at midnight. Ash circles, black candles, cracked mirrors, words older than churches. Mama Ifunanya came through the mirror, not smiling now. "You cannot keep her," she hissed. Nkiru called her daughter by her full name, called her with love, with rage, with blood in her voice. The battle tore the room apart. Light met shadow, salt met fire, and when Nkiru drove the binding stone forward, Mama Ifunanya shattered like dry leaves in harmattan wind. Silence followed. Amara cried. A real cry, a child's cry. Weeks passed. Laughter returned, appetite, sunlight. Mama Ifunanya's house was demolished. A garden grew in its place, a stone red for the innocent. Peace settled. Until one night, Nkiru found a doll on the shelf, smiling, wearing Mama Ifunanya's scarf. She didn't scream. She took Amara's hand. "We are finishing this," she said. And this time, when the scarf burned and the mirror cracked, nothing came back. Amara slept, whole. Some stories don't end when the villain falls. They end when the door is finally sealed. Thank you for listening. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.